Everybody, Kim here, finally making you another video. 2 weeks ago, Jed and I made a video at the church in Germany, and I was like, this is the last time we're gonna make a video in this church. Well, I lied, because here I am in the church in Germany making you another video. This is definitely going to be the last one. So what's happened since we left, or since we did the last video? We did our super quick 2-week whirlwind trip to the US. Our family did. We had some wide awake things to do, like switching banks, and we needed to see our families because once we're back in Ukraine, we don't know the next time that we'll be able to leave. So one thing that I wanted to let you know that is, I mean, it almost felt like it came as a surprise to us, is that Vlad stayed back in the US. He's gonna be living with my parents in Oregon. So I'm sure you've all noticed when you've seen pictures of Vlad that his mouth and his teeth need a lot of work. And back when we first adopted him, we spent about 9 months, I did, and the kids spent about 9 months in the US. Jed was going back and forth between the US and Ukraine, just trying to figure out what the status of his health was. You know, he has Apert syndrome, and his Apert syndrome had never been treated in any way surgically. Like no cranial surgeries, no mouth care, no surgeries on his hands or his feet. And so back then, his mouth didn't look quite as bad as it does now. And when we were there, the maxillofacial team told us that any surgeries, like bringing the mid-face forward, that you would typically do for someone that has Apert syndrome, that it was at that point purely, like not purely, but mostly cosmetic. And we didn't have time to stay back and do anything that was just cosmetic. We wanted him to be healthy, functional, so that we could get back to our life in Ukraine. But as he's grown, his mouth has grown also, and his teeth and his jaw and his gums, his palate, it's so wonky. I don't even understand all what's happening. I know you've all seen, like, his teeth he has a lot of different teeth in places that they shouldn't be. I don't understand. And also, like, it's like his gums, like his upper jaw and his palate have grown down as he's gotten bigger. And so the space that he has between his like gums and teeth and his tongue, it's like tiny. Like it's very much impairing his eating. His speech has gotten worse over the years, not better. So a few years ago, we were in the US to do feet reconstruction for him. And we just went to an orthodontist that some friends knew, and he agreed to see us. And we said, you know, we want to pursue orthodontic care for Vlad in Ukraine. But we don't know anything about it. We don't understand what's going on with his mouth. Can you tell us, like, if he was your patient, what would you do? So that when we talk to an orthodontist in Ukraine, we can, like, know if we see red flags or whatever. So he told us what he would do. And he was like, by the way, if you ever decide to do this here in the US, I would love to do it for free. I would be so happy to just do this for Vlad. And we were like, oh, that's so nice. But like, we will, you know, that's like a couple to a few years process. Like we will not be able to move back to the US in order to do that. But it was really nice of him. Well, as the years have gone by, we've contemplated a few times, like maybe we should send Vlad to get his mouth taken care of. Like we knew that there would always be people he could live with, but it just seemed like he wasn't emotionally mature enough to be a long time without us. So then when we kind of at the last minute decided to do this trip that we just did to the US, it just hit me one day, like, I wonder if we should try to get Vlad's teeth taken care of. I mean, this is a good time to be gone from Ukraine. It would be a good transition just going from here to there. He worked here in Germany and he had a great experience working. He really gained a lot of independence. So yeah, we just thought, let's see that orthodontist, and if he still wants to do something to help Vlad, like maybe he should stay there. So we went to the orthodontist on the 12th of July, and he was like, yeah, like this is necessary. His mouth is in such bad condition. It's never, it's only gonna get worse. And he said like he would still really love to do it for free. And at some point he's probably gonna need some sort of jaw maxillofacial surgery, but that's in the future. Right now we're just gonna start with trying to fix his teeth. Try to get rid of ones that don't belong and try to see if he can widen his palate. And my mom was a teacher for a long time, and she just retired. And so he can live with my parents and she'll be able to have the time and energy to, help him. We put in the application for disability services. We need to apply for SSI, but I think that he'll be able to get a job in the US. We left him there. It's very surreal. It's very strange. I don't know how long it's gonna be till we see him again. Probably a year. And I know he doesn't fully understand that length of time, like what that means, but he wants to stay. He wants help for his mouth. He understands that it's important. So that's a big change for our family. So if you live in Oregon and you want to be a friend to Vlad and help to my parents, just reach out and let me know. I would love it if there was a team of people to help them, that it wasn't just them doing it all themselves. Vlad is very easy and wonderful to live with, but I don't want him to be lonely. I want him to have friends and a life there. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. We came back last night to Munich and then drove here to the church. And we have no bags. None of our luggage made it, not a piece. So hopefully it will come soon, because we can't really go to Ukraine without it, because almost all of our clothes are in those bags. Isn't that just how it goes? Anyway, we flew from Portland to Amsterdam, then our flights from Amsterdam to Munich was canceled, so we sat in Amsterdam for 7 hours, and then we got here and there was still no bags. So I don't even know. I feel like every time we fly now we lose bags. Whatever. Anyway, I'm sure they'll come soon and then we'll leave. It is like apocalyptic here in this church building. It's so strange. I'm here in the dining room. There's like nobody here. We only have 2 of our team members here. Everybody else is in Ukraine. All the boys, just a couple days ago, arrived back in Ukraine. The last of them. 2 of the girls from our team were still here, but otherwise it's just our family. It's silent and big and very strange. So yeah, we're just closing out bank accounts, like doing all the government stuff to let them know that we're all gone, and waiting for our bags, and then we can go. Grant, a lot of you have been asking me about Grant, like, where's Grant? Grant's been here. He's been here in Germany with us this whole time. He just drove the final group back to Ukraine, and then he stopped today in Prague to apply for his visa for Ukraine, because he had a visa. He got his visa in Chicago before he ever came to Ukraine, because in order to get you don't have to have a visa to go into Ukraine, but in order to get residency there, so to stay longer than 90 days, you have to get a visa, but they don't issue visas in Ukraine. I don't know. Anyway, so he got his visa in Chicago. We were like, yes, we're so ahead of the game. And then we were here and it expired. And so he was hoping to apply for his visa today in Prague on his way back here to Germany from Ukraine. And they issued his visa in 1 hour. That is amazing. Super big blessing. So he'll arrive back here today, and whenever our luggage comes, then we'll all begin the drive back to Ukraine. That's it. Everybody else is already there. You can pray for them. It's hard with us not being there, and we have to figure out how life is going to work now. A lot will be the same as before, but a lot will also be different. So I think we're all eager just to be together and just get into a good rhythm of daily life. But I just wanted to say that this trip back to the US, really, I didn't have a lot of expectations for it, except just to see family and friends. But we were so encouraged by the number of people that are praying for us there that we didn't even know. Like, I can't even tell you, countless numbers of people came up to us and said, I watch all your videos, and we've been praying for you, and our family's been praying for you, and our coworkers have been praying for you. Every night at dinner, our kids remind us to pray for you, or our whole church prays for you. We were absolutely shocked. I had no idea that so many people have been praying for us. And you know, we got this question a lot when we were in the US too, like, how are we carrying on through this difficult time? Like, how have we made it? Or I don't know. And I just was saying, like, God has carried us, like he's totally carried us. But now I'm like, oh my word, like the prayers of God's people have carried us, because we just had no idea that so many of you were praying for us and keeping up to date. And it really, really, really meant a lot to us, because, you know, where our life these last few months has felt so like we've been living on a different planet. I don't know. And then to find out all these people love us so much and been praying so faithfully, it was just super, super, super encouraging. So thank you for praying. Don't stop. But yeah, we feel really good about the decision to return to Ukraine. We feel ready. We know that this is the right thing to do, and it's the right time to do it. So I feel in a super big rush, like, just get us there. But now we have to wait for our luggage. So I just have to trust God's timing. He knows the exact day that we should arrive back at our home. I wish that it was today, but it'll be whenever KLM decides to give us our bags. Anyway, yeah, we're here. And we're living in a ghost town, and I'm super thankful for this wonderful place that we've been allowed to be here, and that we never had to wonder where we were going to sleep, and we never had to wonder what we were going to eat. God provided for us every single step of the way. He provided people that would help us, and money and finances we never had to worry about. So yeah, we're able to think about just taking care of our team and our boys and our kids, and not having to worry about how we're going to get our daily bread, how we're going to pay for whatever needs are here. That's been a huge blessing. So ready to close this chapter, move on to the next thing. So thank you for praying for us. We'll keep you posted. I was thinking about doing like a on the road little snippets of video, just so that we can show you what it's like to drive home back to Ukraine. And yeah, hopefully it will happen soon. So thanks for your prayers. We love you, and all is good here and in Ukraine. So we'll talk later. Bye. Hey, me again. Well, it's the next day, Friday, and there's no word on our luggage. They don't even know where it is. And apparently there's some huge thing about luggage mishaps in Europe, and in Amsterdam today, you were only allowed to take carry-ons. So we heard that it could be weeks before they find our luggage. So we decided we're just gonna go home anyway. And later in September, when Jed brings our oldest daughter to Bible school here in Germany, he can hopefully retrieve our luggage. I like my clothes. I'd like to see him again, but otherwise we just bought clean socks, clean underwear, and we're heading home to Ukraine tomorrow. Bye.